Welcome back, guys, to the Graham Sports Network YouTube channel. Today, we have Coach Baker here with us. We're just going to kind of do like a little season preview, just talk about some stuff that they've been doing in the off season, the roster, the schedule, the district, and just things like that. So, Coach, thank you for coming on the show,
I
man.
thank you for inviting me. You're doing a great job. I watch this, and it's a great idea, and I'm glad you're doing it.
Thank you. So, the big thing I want to, and I got a few things I want to go through. And I think we'll just start with the off season. How's the off season been going?
Off season's been good participation. Of course, we had some spring games that we went and played. I think we got 15 games in the spring, and then we had our summer league here at the school that I think we got 9 games um, for the kids, and then we've just been participating in Shady Spring Fall League,
Okay.
and we played 6 games there. Um, not We combined high school and middle school kids for that
Yeah.
particular league just because football, a lot of participation of our kids that play basketball play football as well. So just to have enough, we pulled up some middle school kids to make sure we had enough kids.
I know that summer league. I mean, you're like the man behind it all. That is a lot of work. How many teams do you even get in?
We usually get anywhere from 52 to 62, different, and that's varsity, JV, and middle school boys and girls, and it helps our program with financial needs and whatever
Yeah.
that comes across that we may need. But and it's just good. It's good things for kids to do, parents to do. People come to our community and eat at McDonald's, shop at Sam's, so
Yeah.
it's good for our community as well. So
Yeah.
I think we've 7 years we've done it.
Yeah. It's a lot of good. I mean, opportunity for a lot of these kids just see different offenses, defenses, and just get out there and play. I mean, you can't. You when you play against good teams. I mean that's like the best practice
Right.
out there.
There's no better practice. That's right.
Yeah. So, coaching staff. I mean, you still got. I'm assuming a lot of the same.
We have majority the same. Coach Gray, Coach Roach,
Yeah.
Mr. Curto helps.
Mhm.
Coach Hill, Colby
Yeah.
Hill, is going to do our JV again, and we've added Tony Hood as a volunteer coach, former uh, basketball star here
Yeah.
at Graham,
No joke.
and we added Ronnie Walton is going to do work with the middle school program.
Mhm.
So we've added a few and but kept most of it intact.
Yeah. And I know Ronnie. He graduated with my oldest sister. Well, they went to school together. Ronnie. He played at Bluefield State, I think.
Yes,
He's
yes.
great. So Colby and Tony back together.
Yes, yeah,
That's
that
cool.
was a good guard combination. I hope it turns out to be a good coaching
Yeah.
combination.
I remember when I was playing my senior year. Once their middle school season ended, they came up and were practicing with us, and as eighth graders,
Yeah,
yeah,
a lot of
they're pretty
talent,
good.
a
Yeah,
lot of
no
talent,
joke,
a lot
no
of talent.
joke. So run us through the district. How I know Virginia High
Well,
finished the
Virginia
regular
High finished
season.
regular season first, and they won the tournament.
Yeah,
We were runner up, and we anticipate they're going to be very competitive
yeah,
again. I think Lebanon's going to be very good. Marion's going to be very good, and I really think top to bottom, it's probably the most competitive our
yeah.
district has been in a while.
Cool.
I think you have 5 schools that are going to be. Richlands is still playing a lot of young kids, and talking to coach, he's doing what he can, but he's just got a lot of youth
Yeah,
at Richlands, and he knows he's got an uphill battle. But you don't, you still don't go to Richlands, and there's no game that's easily won at Richlands. So
no joke.
when you
Yeah,
go to there and play, you better be ready to play because they could beat you as easy as anybody else. It's just I think the other 5 schools are a little bit ahead of them.
yeah. So I've been looking at the schedule, and I know it, like we were saying earlier, it's going to change from today to tomorrow. But you got a big tournament about the middle of January. Um, what is that? FCA.
That's the Fellowship of Christian Athlete tournament that the Bristol community puts on, um, and this will be our 3rd year.
I get
Uh,
some big teams in that too, right?
they're a very good field. It's a very good field. We've played Polka, we've played Jefferson Forest, we played Twin Springs, and this year we were trying to work out something to play John Marshall, but that didn't work. It's a long way for them to come.
Yeah.
So right now we're anticipating playing Shady Spring out of West Virginia, which they were the runner-up in state 2 years in a row, and they won the state 3 years
Yeah.
ago or
Yeah. Sounds
4.
right.
And Eastside, which is always competitive,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
really good basketball teams.
Mm-hmm.
So that right now is who we're looking to play.
Yeah.
And I think Oak Hill's there. They'll
Okay.
play the game after us on Saturday night, I think.
Okay.
They play the game after us.
Okay. And we'll get that schedule out. We'll put it up on all of our socials and all that whenever it kind of gets more solidified. But I know, um, even kind of diving into the roster a little bit, I know football season, and you kind of got to wait for football to finish, which kind of makes it a little tough.
We do. We still have our scheduled um, start date of November 6th,
Mm-hmm.
which we've done for the last few years.
Yeah.
Football's just done so well.
Yeah.
Um, and we're anticipating they do well again. Um, so we last year I think we practiced a full month and 6 days
Yeah.
before they ever. So you're over there with very few kids
Mm-hmm.
because a big majority do play football. I mean, we probably have close to 15 kids that play
Yeah.
football that are on both JV and varsity. So um, practice wise, it's tough because typically we practice 4 to 5 days and have a game.
Yeah.
But we've adjusted to it and we expect it. So uh, we'll do what we can. Hopefully, in the middle of January, end of January, we'll be a lot better than we're
Yeah.
1st of December,
Yeah.
middle of December.
Yeah. Well, what you looking forward to when it comes to the team? I know Markel Ray. I love watching him play.
Kale is, of course, he's returning. He's all region team.
Yeah.
Honorable mention, if there is such thing, All State was close to
Yeah.
making All State. Uh, he's our floor leader. He is
Mm-hmm.
he's gotten bigger, stronger. Uh, but we feel like this year we may have some other kids that can score as well as he can.
Yeah.
At times last year we felt like he was the only one that could score
Yeah.
consistently. But this year I think we have 3 or 4 that can score,
Mm-hmm.
and very athletic group. We keep saying we're young, but we will be young again.
Yeah.
A lot of freshmen probably
Yep.
anticipate seeing some playing time. Sophomores seeing some playing time, and of course Cole return as a junior sexton is going to help. He has improved the off season. He is really working, and it's finally clicked that he likes basketball and he wants to spend time. And he has
Yeah.
been in the gym
Good.
consistently. And uh, Desibio Channing, is my freshman, has been in the gym about every day.
Mm-hmm.
So he has really worked on his uh, game. Of course, we'll have Blake Graham coming back, and we'll have Daniel Jennings, Ubrino Isabel, and Jamel Floyd. So um, Gage Palmer's another ninth grader that may get to see a lot of time. And Campbell Fix is a ninth grader that is going to see a lot of time. So we're looking at about 9 players really
Yeah.
that could play a lot of time.
Awesome.
But other than that, we're just up in the air. We're not sure who all is healthy, who will come out, that sort of
Yeah.
thing from
Yeah.
football.
Yeah. So I know I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to get out there. Something about that Graham Middle School gym, just being back there after that year at the Armory / Bluefield State for the year. It's nice being back home. Uh, you guys have kind of been very successful in the Southwest District lately, and I hope that continues.
Well, we of course that year you're referring to,
Mm-hmm.
I've never experienced that
Yeah.
in any sport, play every game, basically away.
Yeah.
But it made the kids that were involved in that stronger, and
Mm-hmm.
life sometimes throws us curveballs, and we just have to adapt the best we can. I thought we won the district over there at Bluefield State,
Yeah.
beat Marion in the tournament championship. So uh, we still felt like it was a somewhat successful. Of course, we always have a goal of state, district, region, and state.
Yeah.
So I think this team will be no different once we get together and start setting our team goals, and I think they'll have the same aspiration.
Well, how about that Mountain 7? I know we were more successful last year. I feel like we kind of started getting over the hump against them. They got some good teams. But also, I think it's pretty safe to say that we're a good team too.
We are, and if you go back and look at overall records through the years, we've done pretty. Graham has
Yeah.
done pretty well against the Mountain 7 in basketball. Um, we're the only team that's beat Matt McClung twice uh, in
Yeah.
public school speaking,
Yeah.
which was a phenomenal team Gate City had
Yeah.
there
They
several
were.
years. But no, I mean, we came through and we beat John Battle 2 or 3 times in the regions. We beat Wise, and we've also lost to Wise once, and we beat Gate City last year in the region semis. Um, so I think Union came here last year. We beat them in the
Mm-hmm.
first round, um, and we beat them now 2 or 3 times
Yeah.
in region play. So yeah, I feel like coming in this year, I think Gate City is going to be very good.
Mm-hmm.
I think Union again will be very good, although they both have new coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know much. Central has got a really nice player and a young player coming up that's really good. That I coach some in summer ball, but and they're always competitive. I don't know much about John Battle. Of course, Abington's in the bigger
Yeah,
school
right.
rankings, but Lee, I don't know if they're how competitive they're going to be and what athletes they'll have come out. But I feel like we've had pretty good success
Yeah.
against Mountain Seven.
Some about, I mean, I know just postseason play in general is great, but I mean, for me, I guess where I'm just a big basketball guy. I mean, you talk about tournament play and basketball, and you get those brackets out there. Um, I mean, you gotta be on your game every night, and it's so much fun. Especially, I mean, I mean, February ish. I mean, early to middle February. Um, it's just it's my favorite time of the
No,
year.
it's no doubt the best time of the year. It's just
Yeah,
used to be um, teams would if you could lose in the tournament and you still have life.
yeah,
Um, but the junior high school league has taken that out. Now you lose, you're pretty much
hmm
your season's over, which I've always felt like it should be. But I can remember one year I think we lost 2 rounds and
hmm
still played another round.
yeah,
But that's been narrowed down, which is I think a good thing. But some rule changes this year that's affecting free throw shooting. There's no more one on one,
right, yeah,
and team fouls changed to where you can have 5 a quarter. Then a team will shoot double, but they shoot 2 shots instead of
yeah,
one on one. And then at the end of that first quarter, the fouls go back to 0 on team fouls. So it's a little bit of strategy there in the fourth quarter where people would, maybe foul a not very high percentage free throw shooter to try to catch up, get back in the game,
hmm
do situational
right, right,
calls. But that's the main rule that's changed this year.
yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how
Mm.
teams kind of put that in. Um, but yeah, like you were saying, what November 6th is a tentative start date.
Tentative start date.
But we'll see how that goes with football. But I know kind of December, January, well, really like the whole season kind of puts a lot of games closely together.
I
But
think January. I think we had 15, um, people don't. It affects them not only with their physical strength and how tired they are and how much they want to get up and go to school the next
yeah,
day, but
yeah,
academically, they're not doing any. They're doing limited homework when you have 3 games a week, and we've had 4 games a week. 2 weeks out of January, we had 4, and then the other one we had 3, and we had 5. But then we lost 2 games to rescheduling snow, or I can't remember what happened, so it went back to 3. But we had 2 weeks, so we had 4 games,
yeah.
which is and if they're on the road, half of them,
It's
it
tough.
makes it tough.
It's
Makes it
tough.
tough.
But you seem to always get it done. So
Yeah,
we love it. We thank you for it,
we hope.
Coach.
We hope.
Yeah. So well, thank you for coming on the
Oh
show.
yes, this is great.
November 6th, guys, is the tentative start date. We'll see uh, how much that shifts. I know even with weather changes, games move, games change times, games change days. But just stay tuned into Graham Sports Network, and we'll keep you up with all the updates. And again, Coach, thank you very much, and we'll be looking forward to talking to you at the end of the season.
You're very welcome.
So thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Go
Appreciate
G
you.
Man.
Yes, sir.